So guys, I have an update for you. So basically today I was thinking this morning, and I got a message. Actually, I didn't get a message. It's something that's kind of been in my head a little bit recently, and I thought about it deeper today and came to a conclusion, which is I am just too damn comfortable. And what I mean by that is when it comes to like my mindset and how I think about things, I don't stress, I don't worry, and and that sounds a little weird, like, oh, you don't stress, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm serious. Like, I literally do not stress. And believe me, I am in, I'm in, I experience some pretty damn stressful situations, which I can get into more specifically. Like, I'm currently in a very stressful situation, or a situation that most people would find very stressful, which I could get into more specifically potentially in another video. But regardless, I don't stress, I don't worry. Like, I've really figured out my mindset stuff. But at the same time, there has been thoughts that have come to mind, like maybe this isn't such a good thing, because honestly it almost makes me too comfortable. And aside from the whole not stressing and stuff, like, to be honest, obviously I'm here in Cape Town, I've got an amazing view. I mean, it's honestly an amazing day right now today. But regardless, like, I'm in this amazing place, and with this incredible view, amazing, obviously, Cape Town is great. And yeah, I'm just like, I'm comfortable, like I'm not necessarily in a situation that I have to get out of in terms of like my environment and things like that. Now, in terms of financially and things, like, yes, my situation, I do need to fix. Like, it is actually urgent, and that's kind of what I was talking about when it came to the whole like stressful situation that most people would be like freaking out about. But my mind just isn't really grasping it, like, because I have spent so much time like eliminating stress and not stressing and things. Literally, like, my mind almost isn't grasping the fact that like I need to like, to get to where I want to go, like, I need to really put the pedal to the metal. So anyway, like, overall, long story short, what I've decided is like I'm too comfortable. I need to kind of break through this. And also, like, for example, I'm going down to Starbucks every day. I'm like eating out. I'm doing these things, and I'm kind of like, I'm making myself, because here's my main point is I personally believe that I hate the notion that you have to, like, it's gonna be a grind, it's gonna suck, it's gonna be terrible, you're gonna have to suffer for years and then finally you'll be successful. I hate that notion. Like, I genuinely don't understand why people push that so much. Like, yeah, it's hard, like, it takes a lot of work, but it can be so enjoyable. Like, I enjoy the hell out of what I do. I am living in an amazing place. I have this amazing view. Like, it doesn't have to be a shit experience that sucks for years. Like, I love it. I'm enjoying the process. So that's just something I don't believe in. But at the same time, that does put me in a situation of comfort. So then it doesn't like push you as hard. So that's kind of the dilemma I'm finding myself in. Well, I was thinking about that today, and I was like, I'm getting distracted a lot. There's a lot of times where I'm like, I feel kind of groggy, don't really want to work, all these things. So I decided today that I'm going to jump into tomorrow a pretty intensive monk mode season, or not season, time period. So basically for the next 21 days, starting tomorrow, which I'm going to start with 21 days, and then I've actually got family coming out here pretty soon after that. And then I might finish my trip with another. It kind of depends on how this monk mode goes. But anyway, it's going to be the next 21 days, starting tomorrow. You can hear the thunder. I don't know if you can hear the thunder, but it's so nice. I love it. But starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing this monk mode. And it consists of, obviously, my list, which I will give to you guys here in just a second. Let me just grab it. Hold on. Okay. So basically, I'm going to do this monk mode starting tomorrow. It's 21 days, and the idea behind it is, like, I'm basically going to get myself uncomfortable. Like, I'm going to push through the comfort zone and not necessarily be, like, uncomfortable or, like, hate it or anything like that. It's just going to be a period of just ultimate focus and kind of getting rid of that, like, oh, everything's fine, like, the mindset and everything. I'm not like in a stress and things like that, but overall it's just like I'm sticking to these rules, and as long as I stick to these rules every day, then by the end of the 21 days, I mean, I'm gonna be fit, and not saying that I'm like fat or anything, but I'm gonna be even better in shape than I am now. The business should be a decent bit farther ahead, obviously, like reasonably within 21 days. Obviously, it's not like 2 years or something, but 21 days from now, I mean, we should be even farther ahead than we are now. But anyway, let me tell you what what the rules are that I came up with, and I did some research to try and figure these out. There's definitely quite a few. There's 8. Which usually it's probably better to start with less, because it's just harder to follow when you have to follow so many. But these are just things that I thought I have to. I have to do all these. So the first one is cold shower first thing every morning. Now, one thing I hate is routines. And let me take that back. I love being in routine. One thing I hate is morning routines. I don't like morning routines. I like getting up and getting to work. I'll get into that deeper in another video that I make, potentially. Comment below if you guys want a video on why I hate morning routines. But I personally I like getting up and getting to work. But something that I did this morning that worked really well, which I've done in the past, but not a lot, is I got up and I felt kind of like groggy and tired, as you do in the morning. But I didn't like get up and I was ready to go out and work and do things. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to jump in the shower, but I'm going to take a cold shower. Wake me up a little bit. So I did that, and literally, like, after I got out of the shower, I was woken up. I was ready to go. I was ready to tackle the day, ready to get to work. So I decided, you know what? I want to be as productive as possible these next 21 days. So the first thing I'm going to start with every day is a quick cold shower. Not because of the whole, like, health benefits and all that shit. Literally, it's just simply to wake my ass up so that I can get to work and be productive. But let me tell you, when it comes to like my morning routine, it is going to be get up, take the cold shower, brush teeth, make my coffee, and sit down and work. It's not like meditate for 30 minutes, read for 30 minutes, do my affirmations, say I'm amazing, all that crap. No. If you like doing that and it works, amazing. I'll make a deeper video in the future. Once again, comment below if you want to see that video and I'll actually do it. But I personally just like getting to work first thing. The next thing is exercise 30 minutes minimum every day. That one's pretty straightforward on why. And even on like I'm talking every day, but I don't mean going to the gym and like going all out every day. Like some days I might just take a nice 30-minute walk or something, and that's it. But yeah, also zero music. So something I've heard quite a bit, and I love music. I absolutely love music. But the thing is, something I've heard quite a bit is that music, and I've also found personally, music isn't the greatest when it comes to focus sometimes. So I've also used this app a lot, but it's called Brain.fm. I'd highly recommend checking it out. But it's literally like all this different sounds and music and stuff that you listen to while working, and it literally has it's backed by science and all this crap that helps you focus more and kind of with your brain and all this stuff. So basically zero music, like at all, like none. I'm talking like not even just working, I'm talking like none whatsoever. The only things that I can listen to is Brain.fm while working and like Audible and podcasts. So for example, usually I listen to music when I'm riding my bike to the gym or just riding my bike in general, whereas the next 21 days, whenever I'm on the bike, I'm going to listen to an audiobook or a podcast or something like that. So that's another one. So that's number 3. Now, number 4, zero social media. The only social media I'm going to allow myself to do is basically I'll take photos throughout the day and stuff, and at night I'll re-download Instagram and I'll post them on my Instagram story. But then literally I'm deleting the app, like right after that. So I'm going to delete it. It's going to be deleted all day, and then basically I'll reinstall it at night and post any of the cool photos I took that day. But that's it. So zero social media. And then zero alcohol and junk food. That's pretty straightforward. I don't want to, obviously, I don't have an issue with alcohol. Like, I just tend to like having a glass of wine every now and then at night, and that's about it. So I don't like have an issue with alcohol at all. It's just, I just want to cut it out, you know, during this period, because I want it to be ultimate focus. One thing I do struggle with, though, is junk food, because I love my ice cream, I love my donuts, I love junk food. So I'm cutting that out completely. And then Basically, another one is sending 60 cold emails per day minimum. That's basically, that's just outreach, obviously, getting new clients in the door, growing Centrasite. So that's just making sure that I stick to that consistently. And that is like the main one, I'd say, that is going to directly lead to growing Centrasite over the course of the next 21 days. Like, that's most likely going to obviously lead to the most growth, at least directly. And then the next one is meditating 10 minutes before bed. So the main reason I like meditating before bed is because it literally helps me fall asleep faster. I'm somebody who struggles to fall asleep. Like, it takes me a while sometimes. Sometimes I fall asleep like a light switch and I'm like out. But a lot of times I struggle. So meditating 10 minutes before bed, basically for 10 minutes, like literally laying in bed, it just helps me fall asleep faster. You know, it calms the mind down and everything. So yeah, that's one. And then the last one, number 8, is just getting 8 hours of sleep every night. Now, usually I get like 7. Don't worry, there's a couch there. I'm not just like throwing my phone, but usually I used to like be like, okay, 6 hours, 6.5 hours. I'm gonna do 7. I'm gonna do 7.5 hours. And I used to stay pretty consistent at 7. Like, I'd set my alarm 7 hours. But ever since I got to Cape Town, I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try doing 8. So the usual recommended 8 hours. So I've been setting my alarm 8 hours, and to be honest, I felt great. Like, I haven't dealt with any where I feel super tired, all this stuff. Like, I have felt really good off of 8 hours. So I'm just going to stick to that because it seems to be working. I'm not going to set, like, this is when I'm going to bed, this is when I'm waking up. I know that would be better, but just because of the way, like, the time zone here and kind of how I'm going to be working, it's going to be very tough to stick to a schedule. Here's why. Is because most of my calls that's going to be with clients, sales calls, things like that, is actually going to be in the afternoon and sometimes even late at night. Like, I had a call the other day that was scheduled. I rescheduled it because I was sick, but it was supposed to be at 10:45 at night. Now, that call most likely wouldn't finish till midnight, and then I won't get to bed till probably 1 after getting ready for bed, finalizing everything after the call, like all that stuff. So, obviously, if I'm going to have things like that, especially, as you guys know, or actually, I don't know if I've posted any of the videos that mentioned it before, but I'm going to be working at WeWork for the second half of the day because of internet and shit. So if I'm there till 10, 11 at night, and then I come back here, obviously I'm not going to get to bed till pretty late. So instead of setting an exact schedule, I'm literally just going to say, you know what, 8 hours of sleep, basically 8 hours in bed. So what I do is, as soon as I set my phone down, which I set in a different room with the alarms that I have to actually get out of bed to turn it off. Anybody who struggles to get up in the morning and they leave their phone next to their, like, directly next to their bed with the alarm, I don't know what you're thinking, because I used to do that, and you literally just reach over and turn off the alarm. You need to, it's not rocket science. Set it in another room, and then you have to get up and set a very annoying sound. Because then you can't just like lay down and listen to a soothing song and go back to sleep. No, it's like, you can't fall back asleep with that. So like, you have to get up and turn it off. Anyway, small rant there. But regardless, basically 8 hours in bed. As soon as I set my phone down and I'm about to crawl into bed, I look at the time and I'm like, okay, I'm setting the alarm 8 hours from now. And that's when I'm getting up. But anyway, guys, that is pretty much it. So I just wanted to give you that update and stuff because I've been thinking about it a lot. I really want to use my time here in Cape Town to get a lot done and get really, really far ahead with things and grow Centrasite massively. So I decided that I'm just going to cut out everything that's a distraction and all that stuff. I'm going to do a heavy monk mode for the next 21 days and kind of see what happens from it. And then if everything goes really well, which they will because I'm going to stick to this, I'd say I've got pretty good discipline. So I'm gonna stick to it every day, and we'll see how far we get with Centrasite and stuff. And after that, like I said, I've got family coming, so I'm not gonna do monk mode right after. But after they leave, I might jump into another monk mode for potentially the last bit of my trip and everything. So we'll see. But I'll keep you guys updated with kind of how things are going with it throughout the time. But yeah, I'd highly recommend doing monk mode if you're struggling with focus and everything, and literally just follow it to a T. Just be like, you know what, it's only 21 days. I'm going to follow this every single day. Some days I'm not going to feel like going to the gym. Some days I'm not going to feel like doing this. But I'm just going to do it every single day. I'm going to follow it to a T. And then after the 21 days, as long as I do that, like, I know for a fact I'm going to get so far. And then after the 21 days, on day 22, go to Krispy Kreme. Like, eat a shit ton of junk food. Like, do whatever, you know? I'm not saying that's a smart idea. I'm just saying if you think about it that way, it's like, okay, it's only 21 days. I'm just going to stick to it, and I guarantee I'm going to get pretty far. So yeah. Anyway, catch you guys later.